I'm just feeling a general reading, so let's go ahead and get into it and take a deep breath together. And I just ask that we're grounded, present, and open to receive messages. Mercury retrograde just started. We're moving through some big energy and just like a general check-in. So what do we need to know? Got quite a bit, so I'm just gonna reshuffle, but the thing I noticed the most was the Magician. And I feel like if you're feeling like sluggish, if you're feeling the heaviness, maybe the mental fog, brain fog, maybe there's like some frustrations with having to redo some stuff, but I think the Magician popping out is kind of showing us like, keep your focus on what you want, keep it clear, be very careful with your thoughts and how they come out. There's no rush right now, so just keeping that focus is, I think, important right now. Two cards. All right. 2 cards and then some. I did get 2 cards down here. We'll keep these. We have the Death card, Transformation, and 2 of Cups. This is, again, such an important time for us as a collective, but as individuals, as we enter a long collective cycle, and how that impacts us on an individual basis, and how that contributes to everything. And so I think one thing to know is that there's a lot of people feeling this energy right now, and some of them are more conscious than it and than others. And so I think even like the example of my shuffling, right? There's like some spills, there's some scatters, there's some oops, and it all depends on how you handle those oopses, right? Are you frustrated? Are you angry? Are you, well, it doesn't matter, like, are you going with the flow? And how are you in union with yourself, emotionally feeling sound and secure in the way that you continue to transform? And so I think there's a sense of whatever it is that you need to do to clear and focus yourself. And I think sometimes we can get these like big elaborate plans when it goes into self-care and self-love, but sometimes you just got to get it in where you can. And it's about building on those moments and how you can use all that to re-center yourself, recalibrate, find your center. There's even, Trevor Hall, the song, "You Can't Rush Your Healing," right? Had to dig deep in the brain for that one. 2 more cards for this general reading. The Lovers and Rest and Rejuvenation. Yeah, I mean, I think as you continue to not maybe push so hard and rest, and like, the 2 of Cups we saw, that was joined here at the third eye, and here it's at the heart. So it's when I think of Gemini, or when I think of the Lovers, right, we think of Gemini. There's also a sense of Libra because you have balance. And depending on how you want to look at this card and how it's coming up in your life, this could be more of a search for balance. This could be more of a you embodying this dualistic nature, because when we look at Libra and Gemini, they're both in a sense duality, right? We have the weights like with Libra. And so just continue to sit, meditate, tap into your dreams. If there's something that you're doing that you've noticed that is kind of making it difficult for you to remember your dreams, it's like there's something there for that, because it's like, I don't know, it's like the way that you tap into your intuition. You're a strong dream communicator, and maybe you have felt disempowered in that, but I think the messages are there. It's just about how restful your sleep is actually, and how how your body is able to heal yourself in your sleep. So let's go ahead and get 2 more cards for this reading. The Lovers and Ace of Swords. It's interesting to kind of have a lot of this energy come up, and I didn't really necessarily feel like a lover's romantic aspect. I think this is all centered on the self, centered on how you're communicating with your higher power, your ancestors, whatever you tap into and your belief system is that helps you feel guidance, right? This is a new way of communicating, and you're going to be successful in these attempts. I think, you know, it's like trying to do all these exercises, right, to get to a certain point. You have a max that you're setting in your head, and that max is high. Let's like use weightlifting for an example, right? You're trying to get a personal record, and instead of looking, right, this is I guess kind of about enjoying the journey, not the destination. Look at all the steps that you've taken to get yourself to this personal record, all the times that you've lifted heavier, all those times that you pushed yourself a little bit harder, got you to this point, and you have a goal to get even higher. And it's still about appreciating and tapping into those things that got you there and using them as tools, because you're not always going to just be able to get up straight out of bed and run a 5K, right? You have to stretch, you have to do other things before your body is prepared to run. Can you do it? Yeah, but does it hurt? Probably. Is it healthy? I don't know. If you're doing it, let me know. But I gotta at least walk a little bit first. So let's go ahead and get a closeout for this reading. The Crown and the Ace of Swords. I think if you're trusting in communication that you're getting, like, keep trusting it. Keep building on this connection. You are being guided. You're seeing the truth. You're seeing the way. And if there's something that maybe you've hesitated to follow, this is a good opportunity to establish that connection and make it stronger, whether it's visualization or not. Appreciate the little steps that have gotten you here. All right, much love.